Hello everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here today. We're going to take a quick look at Enjin, and just before we do, quick peek at Bitcoin, kind of see what's going on over there, because it's kind of just stuck down around 56,500 range, and it does appear that we're seeing somewhat of a descending type of wedge pattern forming, so we could very well see a break to the downside, because this appears to be kind of a continuation. In other words, the price comes down, kind of works itself into a channel, and then it'll break down eventually to the next lower support level, which is roughly around 53,000. So we'll bridge that gap when we get there, but just note that it doesn't look fantastic here, and that we can tell that this is just not working phenomenally. And the 50-day set moving average is also working its way down as well. So not the greatest stuff there for that. So let's go ahead and take a look here at Enjin. And just before we do, we look at the one-day chart. And also, I got to let you know too, if you're new to the channel, totally not a financial advisor, but I love helping people become better traders, right? I've been trading for over 15 years, and it's my passion, my goal to help you become more self-sufficient. I have a trading community designed for that purpose to help get you kind of a leg up in this industry, and it's a really awesome experience. I also share signals that I take with my members to ensure that you understand how to structure your trades correctly. So taking a look here at the one-day chart for Enjin. Back up above 70 on the RSI. That's fantastic. It's no longer considered resistance. And the main reason why is because we broke this resistance plane, right? This strong channel between 390 and 4 was broken very hard today. And it looks like it's going to definitely close above that because we've broken, what, 1, 2, almost 3 extra Fibonacci retracement lines too, based on that sentiment alone. So all's well. The one-day chart looks fantastic. Looking at the 4-hour chart here as well, we can also see that we're making some pretty consistent higher highs. Now, really quick here, let's go ahead and take a quick look at TD sequential and see. We didn't get a full enough reset here to be able to kind of reset, but it did consolidate. It consolidated at that previous resistance / current support level. And you can see it just blasted through that afterwards. And right now, for lack of better terms, we're kind of in this overtime state. But also bear in mind too, there was about 12 hours of consolidation here. So that was probably just enough time that it needed to be able to get that next leg up, because it consolidated at resistance, established it as a support level, and increased. So all good things here from Enjin. I don't see anything that's potentially bearish, except for the fact that we're a bit on the overextended side, but I still think we got enough of a reset here to not consider that a problem. Furthermore, we're over 70 on the RSI. Speaking of problems, just kidding, that's not a problem, but what you got to just pay attention when the RSI is over 70, remember it's a faster moving time frame. It's not actually awesome that the price is over 70, right? We prefer it to be under. We want to kind of just stay between 50 and 70 at all times. That allows for it to have that healthy continuation, right? In other words, when you have this good staircase type of pattern, RSI always stays under 70 because of it. However, when you got these sharp increases, they have a tendency of pushing the price over 70, considering the price to be overbought, and that allows for the price to retrace more. So just bear that in mind. Not saying it's going to crash today or tomorrow because of that, but that definitely doesn't give us a positive, warm fuzzy feeling, so to speak, that this is going to have a significant continuation. At least, again, just big picture, we're a little overextended on the 4-hour chart, and we also have that going for us. So not great, but it's definitely not terrible at all by any means. Okay. I would still consider the overall sentiment to be very bullish, and I don't think we're going to see it slow down very much. It might have to consolidate a little further, but it did have a nice little correction here, so we'll see. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of things here. First of all, we want to look at the Ishimoku cloud. Okay. Now, key takeaways here. Simply put, we're above the cloud. Check number 1, awesome. That's kind of the baseline for doing that. Check number 2 is the baseline, which is this line here. That's the one that lags. And that one essentially is like the moving averages, the exponential moving averages on the MACD, right? You got the 12 intersecting with the 26 in upward fashion. This one effectively works the same way, only the inverse, where we have this continuation here with this top line that is essentially going to, as long as it's above the baseline, we're in good shape, right? So that's considered the conversion line. If it stays above the baseline, we're good, but once it comes down below, that's X marks the spot. That's a consideration to sell, right? So we don't have that consideration yet because it's giving us all healthy patterns so far. So even though this correction came down, it slowed things down a little bit. It didn't slow it down enough for us to have that divergence, so to speak, okay? We've also got the lagging span hanging out over here. In other words, we might see another 10 hours of price intersect with that. That would be a sell signal, but we don't have that either. So a continuation of the upside here is still very likely, right? So that's kind of all good things here for the cloud. What's cool about the cloud is it's conservative. It fits my trading style perfectly, where I'd much rather get into a trade where the bulls have established dominance, and I like to get out of a trade when the bulls are losing that dominance. This is basically telling us that we're still in a bullish dominated market for Enjin right now. Okay, so I'm confident we're going to probably be able to see our profit target up here around $5.10 as a community, likely get hit in the near future here. I think that's a very strong likelihood. All it needs to do is just have one more of these power pumps and we'll be right there. And that is coincidentally just below the major Fibonacci retracement level there, that the 2.0, so to speak. So that's basically 2x for Fibonacci from the starting point. And if you get to that point, then you're going to have basically doubled in length. But the bottom line is that that's at about $5.18. So you always set your profit targets just below major Fibonacci retracement levels or strong resistance levels previously established. Okay, so that's kind of where we're at there. So all good things here for Enjin. I literally see nothing that I'm concerned about except a bit of an overextension on the 4-hour chart. But Ichimoku Cloud is looking great. TD sequential here is telling us we got healthy enough resets here, right? We got a nice little reset here at an 8. We got a nice reset at a 9. And we're counting our way back up. So hypothetically, we've got 6 to 12, maybe more so 6 to 10 hours worth of bullish continuation of the upside. So I think Enjin should continue to push further at this point. And that's my speculation. So we're definitely looking good here for Enjin. All good things there. Not much else to really note. We can take a quick look at the volume and see where it's at. Just for this specific time frame here, you can see the most amount of volume is right in that center line. Okay, so that just reaffirms the fact that we have a really strong support at $3.95, maybe just say round number $4. So the price were to ever come down and retrace, you can consider that as a healthy place in which you want to add to your position or take a long position, because it shouldn't drop below that point. Again, that's just based on the sheer fact that the volume works as a very strong support and resistance level, such as volume weighted average price. It has that baseline telling you that you're on the right track. You're either above or below. Support or resistance, same thing here. We're above that support, ergo, good shape, right on. Okay, so all good stuff. I can't speak highly of this or higher of this, honestly. It's very, very good, and we're looking great here. So Enjin is continuing. I think we're going to see a continuation. I'm going to reevaluate the Fibonacci retracement levels soon once we get closer to our target there. But for now, let's just go ahead and leave it as is, let it ride. I think we're going to be able to see $5.20 in the relative near future. I'd say within the next week or two. That's very, very conservative, but more liberal. I would say the next day or two, we're probably going to see that. That's probably more accurate considering the ways in which these coins are moving. So hopefully you can find benefit here today. Hopefully learn a little something. Let me know in the comments below, or just simply reach out through social media, and or consider joining my Patreon community, where we're all learning and growing together. Awesome experience. Thanks again for your time. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.